I keep my koi in a greenhouse. It's very hot and bright. What is the hottest water temperature koi can be kept in? Increased ventilation and aeration, but on a sunny day, water temp is still 24°C. So this must be a really old one, probably from back in the summer. But I mean, if you're getting 24°C, that is the holy grail. If you're looking to raise your fish, 24, 25 is that real optimum, especially if you're bringing on tosai, nisai. That you want to be at, and you'll keep koi. You know, that is, you got the immune system working at its best, the filtration, everything will be working absolutely flat out, and yeah, superbly well at that point. So don't be worried about that. If we're talking about maximums, I've had the water during the hottest times as high as 32. Sort of heat wave this summer was crazy times. They will still live in that kind of temperature, but then you're getting some real drawbacks. I had to stop feeding because at that kind of water temperatures, the problem we've got is even if you get 100% saturation of oxygen, the actual amount of oxygen in milligrams per liter is very, very low. And energy levels really do dip off to the point where, yeah, there's not the energy really there for digestion properly. And the appetite does succumb because the fish just haven't got the energy for it. So it's also at them extreme temperatures going to have a massive impact on coloration as well. It's really not ideal, but in a greenhouse, especially the bigger ones, it's hard to bring that down and control it, to be honest. So yeah, if you're hitting the 24, and to be honest, my normal sort of average summer temperatures in mine are about 27, 28. And again, I would prefer it a bit lower, but we can really work with that temperature. But when you go beyond it, sort of hit that 30 and above, yeah, you've really got to be on guard and say we had to stop feeding. The problem with that then as well is, although, yeah, I mean, they are conserving energy a little bit, but the speed at which weight can drop off them as well, and then you're not feeding, it's a real hellish sort of temperature to be at. So yeah, better to cool it if possible. And yeah, you need every technique to get as much oxygen in the water as possible. It's like I say, even at 100% saturation, the actual amount of oxygen is quite low. So, but greenhouses are a great way to get that free heat. You know, if you're out there, you're not wanting to pay the costs for heating, even in summer. Then yeah, I mean, if there is a way, you know, you can practically work around a small greenhouse over the pond or something like that. I know, you know, that's not going to be for a lot of people, be ruining the gardens, and no doubt there'll be plenty of angry missuses if all these koi keepers start whacking greenhouses up in the garden. But amazing way to get that free heat over the summer period and really maximize what you're doing with the growth. And if you're building a new pond, you know, that might be something you consider factoring into it, is building it in that type of way. Because say for me personally, if I was having to heat all through the summer, I mean, the costs it would add overall would be astronomical. The only drawback with it is I don't have control, let's say, over the heat, certainly at the top end. But overall in the UK, it keeps fairly decent. And let's say in the smaller greenhouse, I know from having them in the past, they do tend to keep yeah, a bit more stable around that sort of 22, 24 degrees sort of heat.